Here you can see the ground layout of the airport Salzburg. We are standing here on Whiskey 1. Our departure runway will be to 90% runway 34. That means we will depart out this direction to the north. First, my flight briefing was done with the application called Virtual Dispatch. We've entered there all the required information for today's flight Austrian 917, the registration of the aircraft Oscar Echo Lima November Sierra. It's a Boeing 737-800. As talking before, we will be having 136 passengers on board. Our alternate is Bratislava, and we put it there also our enroute alternate airports. This will be Graz and Linz, just in case. To show it to you in a visual map, we can bring it up there also with virtual dispatch, just departing Salzburg and then to Vienna straight through our country. The next program I use, it's called TopCat. TopCat is takeoff and performance calculation tool. So we can set our passenger loading, cargo loading, and the fuel. And from these values, it will automatically generate us a takeoff and landing report. This takeoff and landing report will contain our reduced thrust. That means we will not take off with a thrust setting of 100%. We will have a reduced thrust rating. I can show you this report also. We will enter the runway 34 and maybe runway 16 just to have it in case for the calculation here. In Vienna, we would expect, if we do a weather update, maybe runway 11 is in use or runway 16. So we'll check all the runways that we get, all the needed calculation. For takeoff, we check the reduced thrust. And for landing, we will do a flaps 40 landing, anti-ice is off, and the air condition is on, runway condition is dry. We have winds in Vienna from 140 degrees and 09 knots. So maybe runway 16. If we press generate, it takes some time to generate our takeoff report. Our takeoff report is now available. Just for a short explanation, we have there again our takeoff Salzburg runway 34 flaps 5 elevation, our landing in Vienna runway 11 flaps 40 landing, and also the elevation. We have there Bratislava and alternate Graz. Our takeoff calculation is marked with a slash before. Slash means that this is the calculated outside air temperature, so that our engines will give a thrust of 88.2%, which leads us to a 137, 138, and again 138 V speeds in flaps 5 configuration set. Below we have the landing configuration, landing runway 11 here. We have there valid for all runways in Vienna based on no winds. So we would have calculated landing weight of 57.7 tons for a dry runway. If we land with auto brake 1, we would need 2,142 meters. With auto brake 2, 1,953. With auto brake 3, 1,527 meters. And with auto brake maximum, we would have a landing distance need of nearly 1,000 meters. I will switch now to the cockpit camera, and we will do there the takeoff configuration for our flight to Vienna. We will be flying on with Smart Sim, so we have a real weather, and maybe we'll have also ATC available. So I am now in my cockpit. As you can see, we have an overhead available. We have our mining instrument panel available there with 3 monitors to give us an outside view. We are running Flight Simulator 2004 from Microsoft with several add-ons. We have a flight management computer. We also have a pedestal in place. Also, this one will be shown in the next videos more detailed. We have there our checklist. We will start checklist with battery on. As you can see, the main instrument panel is currently not lighted up. If we check the battery on, it powers up all our required systems. The next thing, we check that the parking brake is on. I have a parking brake indicator built in my pedestal. The next point is doing a light test. So with the light test, I can see that all the lights and required lights are working. Navigation IRs is already calibrated. Galley power is set to on. Emergency exit lights are armed. Internal and external lights as required. We will switch it on afterwards. APU ground power. APU started. It takes a time to start up our APU. As soon as the APU is ready for use, we would have another blue light on in the overhead, and we can switch our configuration for the generator to the APU. Window heat as required. We have plus 4 degrees. We don't require window heat now. So the APU is available. We switch on the APU. Hydraulics set to normal. Air condition. APU blink is on, so we can watch the first pointer going up, and the isolation valve is also on, so also the right indication will go up. Autopilot is disengaged, so we engage and disengage the autopilot, so we can check also in our main instrument panel. We have the indication autopilot, press to reset to remove the indication. Landing leveler is down and checked, flaps up and no light, spoilers, reflector, and speedo off. Flight director is on. We can see now our flight director. Flight controls on. Instruments cross-checked. Auto brake reject the takeoff. It will perform an auto test and will go off after 3 seconds. That was correct. Takeoff briefing. Boarding is not completed right now, and no smoking seatbelt sign. No smoking is of course on the whole time, and boarding is not completed until now. So what we are doing now, we will program our flight management computer that our data is entered correctly and is available for our flight. That means we will take our operational flight plan. With the post initialization, we are setting that we are currently standing in Salzburg. Our routes, Salzburg is our origin airport. And Vienna is our destination airport. Flight number today is 9018. The first waypoint is Lima. The next airport will be Lima 725. And to the waypoint Gamli. If we can, as we can see now in our map display, or in the flight plan, we have the Vienna, Lima, Gamli, Salzburg, Lima, Gamli, and Vienna. The next thing is we enter our zero fuel weight. We got our actual zero fuel weight from the ground crew. Our zero fuel weight is 55.2 tons. We have 405 tons of fuel aboard, and we will have a landing field of 2.5 tons. That means around 2 tons we will burn during our flight. Our flight level is 170, and cost index is calculated with 35. The next page we enter our outside air temperature that we have calculated before with 61 degrees, and with a T-rated takeoff that gives us 88.5% of N1. So we cannot enter the departure height now as we don't have the clearance from the ATC. So we will call ATC. Before we call ATC, we've missed one thing. Here is our new fire panel that is already installed, and fire panel I installed with a test switch. The test switch will light then up on the fire panel the engine overheat, and we will hear warning sound. Also the red button on the main instrument panel for fire will light up. I'll give you a short demonstration of it. So as you can hear, the switch and the audio sound went on. That means our fire panel is switched. We will now contact ATC and request IFR clearance from Salzburg to Vienna. ATC is currently available on Vienna radar frequency 134.35. Vienna radar Servus Austria 918 at Salzburg requesting IFR clearance to Vienna.
Afternoon, 918, Vienna, UK to Vienna 50 departure runway 34. Initially time setting 100 squawk 4003.
Cleared Vienna Vienna 50 departure runway 34, initially flight level 100 and squawk 400 Spain, Austria 918.
Afternoon, 918, replay correct, startup proof call for taxi.
Startup is approved, and we will call for taxi Austria 918. So we just received the clearance. That means we've checked also again our weather between H1027 active in Salzburg, and we cleared flight level 100 direct after takeoff, so we will enter in our autopilot flight level 100. Runway 34 and Lima 50 departure. Executed. Standard instrument departure. We got boarding completed and also ready for startup. That means our next checklist comes before startup checklist. We have FMCC set. Our N1 box we set flaps 5. That gives us an N speed calculated V speed with 137, 138, 138. Okay, we are cleared to start. External lights, we have to engage the anti-collision light as well as our Navigation lights. The jaw damper is on and we start engine number 1. At 19%, we can add the fuel that the engine starts up. Engine number 1, and we can start with engine number 2. Engine number 2 is off, but now engine number 1 is stabilized. You can switch generator on. Generator. Engine hydraulic arms. There.
304, Echo to left-wing 1, 9 and enroute, standard island approach runway 160 for the tap.
Window heats. As well as the taxi light.
18, taxi, holding point runway 34, via exit 3, Lima, stop for the nursery.
Taxi, runway 34, exit 3, Lima, and squawk 4003, Austrian 918.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and his crew, may I welcome you aboard this flight. I would like to bring to your attention that the captain has now turned on the seatbelt sign. If you haven't already done so, please store your luggage in the overhead lockers and take your seats so that we have an on-time departure. Passengers seated by the
We are 8453, reporting at 30% of the 370 to the south.
Please refer to the safety briefing card located in the seatbelt.
370 for 8 after. Question 918, runway 16, clear for takeoff, wind. Question 4, clear for takeoff, wind, pre-trade green, 0 signal.
Homecockpit, runway 34, clear to take off, Austrian 918.
Departure runway 08. Initially guide level 160. Squawk 4006. Initially guide level 16, squawk 4006, and export coordination 022. 000. We make contact from the proof of protection. Okay, 304, Echo Rapid Economy Dispatch engaged Charlie 26 via Delta Mike exit 1 level.
Gears up.
Okay, 918, trainer contact 2006, contactable 170.
Climbing up flight level 170, Austrian 918.
Okay, 918, clip W4 Whiskey level, check 80 information Charlie, expect island runway 1180.
Vietnam for Whiskey arrival, we check the 80s and we'll be back in a couple of minutes on your frequency. Austrian 918. So we have now advised to check the latest 80s in Vienna and expect IMS and MB11 to airport. We will switch now to the 80s frequency and we will write down the actual bed in Vienna.
60, wind 130 degrees 110 knots. Cabin A, temperature 6, dew point -2 knh 1030, no speed. Advice on initial contact, you have information Charlie. It is Wien-Schwäche information Charlie. At time 1420, landing runway 11.16, departure runway 16, surface condition more than 50%. Braking action, good, and good. Transition lever 60, wind 1
one has a frequency of 110.3 and gives us a course according to the charts of 114. As we are expecting no further clouds or any fog, we will do only ILS single approach. That means we will perform a manual landing. One information ILS 11 Yankee is an approach where, in case of missed approach, you will swing off at the 88 point Whiskey Oscar, a right turn to Solenow, so you won't cross the crossing number 16 for landing then.
Okay, now let's preparation Whiskey 812.
Direct to Whiskey 812 Austrian 918.
Okay, now let's pleasure for 110.
Descending 110 Austrian 918. We're now initiating the descent at level 110. So in at 110 it is descent and further down 5,000 feet. The next checklist will be flight level 100. 100 will be landing lights on, wing lights on, and we will now extend once our speed brake to reduce our airspeed. We're passing flight level 100, landing lights on, wing lights on, seat belts on.
Okay, now right 080.
Right 080, so 918. So the AF we have reprogrammed to Sierra Tango Echo Steinhof. And after passing Sierra Tango Echo, we will change it to Whiskey Oscar. Whiskey Oscar will be then, in case of any missed approach, our breakout point to the right, direct to Solenow. That means we will enter Solenow frequency 115.5 from our NAV 1. We had it before on the NAV 1 to NAV 2.
Okay, now right, okay. Clear let me confirm my 118.
On present having cleared ILS we 11 Yankee airplane established also 918. So we have Solenow in our second navigation, and we were cleared for the ILS 11 Yankee approach. That means we can now intercept localizer and light slope. So we will continue straight ahead until we are reaching our localizer and make then a cut to the localizer and height to then the lights. When we are establishing the localizer with light slope, we will contact the center again and we will get then the landing clearance. We can now start configuring our aircraft and start using back 180 knots.
35, another thanks, copy, wind 13 going 10, runway 16, takeoff intersection 34.
In front of us we have the city of Vienna, venue. And we're extending flaps to 5. as soon as we are on the localizer, we can also do that. Light scope is, the airport is around 1 o'clock to our right. So the localizer is coming. We are on a single channel approach. We also captured the glide slope 16 and it's going down. Australia 918 established ILS runway 11.
Australia 918, doing 11 to the land, wind to 132 degrees from 1 and 0 at
Winds cover clear to land runway 11, Australia 918. Our calculated landing speed is 134. It's 7 miles out. Sound is the automatic sound. We are 5 miles an hour moving deactivates 1 barrel autopilot. Neighboring flights. Also is in place. You can see here the blinking autopilot press to reset. Reset is the autopilot drops away. 300. Mid-market crossing, precision landing, switch the flight director open at 100. Deactivate auto throttle, pull back to idle, 30, 40, engage the flare, 20, 10. Touchdown. Set the reverse thrust. And we take I1. So 918 begin license.
Australia 918, take exit demonstrate. Like in the exit 9.
Mike exit 9 state of choice. Australia 918. Heading as our fixing the down stroke light off, APU starting. Exit 9 at 2 our right now.
We also ask that you keep the arm clear of any hand luggage. This is the termination of our flight, so we ask that you check the seatbelt pockets and overhead lockers for any articles you may have brought with you. Extra care should be taken when opening overhead lockers, as some items may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of the captain and his crew, we would like to thank you for flying with us and wish you all a
And we
pleasant
will
day.
check Charlie 40 as our applicant. And you can see our stop parking brake is set. We have now our engine shutdown APU is on and selected. Parking brake set, thrust levers, idle internal lights and external gas required. Fuel flow is cut off, right engine cut off, left engine, right generator switches and left generator switches off, parking brake set, APU power on. And we have a rest fuel of 2.3 tons. And in our calculation, let's see, we have 2.5 tons, so we have so the doors can be open now. Okay, welcome to Vienna. I hope you enjoyed the flight today, and I hope to see you again soon on another flight. I would appreciate if you leave any comments, any ideas, suggestions for me, what to do better, how was the sound quality, etc. Yeah, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye. Here's the city of Vienna. And now the ILS 11 Yankee approach into Vienna. Over here, cleared from the ILS. The first point was Sierra Tango Echo Steinhof, the NDB, and Whiskey Oscar would have been our break-off point to the right, direct to Sollenau to intercept the holding over Sollenau in case of any missed approaches. Here our parking positions. We have exited via Alpha 6, Mike exit 9 to gate 40. I hope you enjoyed the instruction too. Yeah, just said before, please leave a comment. How did you like it? What was good? What can be done better? I thank you for watching and see you next time.